qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix is done, and here's what we learned. Sergio Perez is about to lose his seat. I mean, he's qualifying like Latifi. He's hardly getting into Q3 in clearly the best car on the grid. And he's just completely under-impressing. Is that a word? I don't know. But it's kind of awful to watch him qualify at the minute. And we know what Red Bull are like. They love a driver change. They love to swap him round. They love to be ruthless. And we've seen it with Alex Albon. We've seen it with Pierre Gasly putting Albon in. Yeah, I think, to be honest, his time is up. His days are numbered. And let's think about it. Christian Horner has his best mate, his lovable little son, Daniel Ricciardo, waiting in the wings to take that seat. I don't think it'll be long. Number 2, Carlos Sainz is becoming a little bit of a prick. Yeah. And I know he's going to be all, hurt that some random guy in Manchester, doesn't like him that much anymore. But what is he doing slowing down before that final chicane? It's not going to help his push lap. Nobody else is doing it. It's not like it's a regular thing for him to do. But he did it twice and almost caused 2 accidents. Stopped Gasly getting into Q2 and almost hit Alex Albon when he got his fastest lap in Q2. I don't understand why he's doing it. Maybe it isn't his fault. Maybe it's the team's fault. But I really don't understand why it would be when nobody else is doing that. Yeah, he's in a bit of an odd position. Both the Ferrari drivers actually are doing some weird things in qualifying recently. So, tough times for Ferrari. Number 3, Oscar Piastri can actually drive a car. It's quite interesting actually, because I didn't think Oscar Piastri was very good to begin with. I was quite shocked that Alpine and McLaren were fighting over him so much. But turns out he actually knows how to drive. Obviously, he crashed in the end, so, by the by. But he was putting on some decent laps. He's consistently getting into Q3 now. And to be honest, he was pushing for top 4 before he did his little spin and hit the barrier. He's doing some decent driving, so fair play to the boy, fair play. Hopefully it pushes McLaren further because, let's face it, Formula 1 is good when McLaren is good. Number 4, Alex Albon is a ridiculously underrated driver. Because he was axed from Red Bull, everybody seems to think he did terribly. But if we actually remember his time at Red Bull, he was consistently good. He just wasn't pushing for podiums every single week, which means he got cut. Which is funny when Sergio Perez is struggling at the minute, which is why I think he's going to leave soon. But Albon, that was his rookie year, really, when he started at Red Bull. He wasn't really, had any experience, to be honest. He didn't have any experience. And he was thrust in the midst of a championship fight. Now, he's had a couple of years to kind of understand the sport a bit better. A couple of years to understand the paddock, to understand the politics. And he can really learn his car and his team and go and put some brilliant laps out there. And he's doing a fantastic job. Doing a really good job. And I wouldn't be surprised if some bigger teams are looking at him. I'd love for Williams to become a bigger team again. It's great to see the proper racing teams. Not teams that are car manufacturers or backed by car manufacturers. But teams that are properly born and bred racing teams. Williams, they were born racers. And I'd love to see them get better. But let's face it, they're probably not. So Alex, look elsewhere if you need to, because you're a bloody good racing driver. And finally, Max Verstappen's going to win the championship. Yeah, I know that's not news to anybody. Right. Like, subscribe. See you later.